Glory to Jesus Christ. You know, we Easterners, we love the church fathers, and we take our inspiration from that early part of the church's history when she was young in her romance with the Lord, and her poetry was deep and her love was intense. We look at the intensity of those early Christians. We think of St. Anthony the Great, and we think of St. Athanasius, to say nothing of the early martyrs. And so with that in mind, given all that's going on in our world right now, I was recently reading some of the writings of early popes. I looked at St. Felix, Pope St. Felix. He died, I think, around the year 492. And I was reading, obviously, one of the greatest popes of all time, St. Leo the Great. And I think he died around 461. St. Leo had this to say regarding error, because it's been the perennial problem of the church facing error. The world and the devil and the flesh don't like truth, because truth does not allow us to do what we want, but it enables us to do what we really should. And St. Leo had this to say. He said, "He that sees another in error and endeavors not to correct it testifies himself to be in error." I'll say that again. He that sees another in error and endeavors not to correct it testifies himself to be in error. Isn't that interesting? St. Felix says not to oppose error is to approve it, and not to defend truth is to suppress it, and indeed to neglect to confound evil men when we do it is no less a sin than to encourage them. Wow. I want to say that first line again. Not to oppose error is to approve it. Well, we live in a time that St. Anthony the Great, who lived to a great old age, 105 years old, he says, there will come a time when people will say that things are complex, that the church must be brought up to date and made meaningful to the day's problems. When the church and the world are one, he said, then those days that Christ spoke about, then those days are at hand. Friends, we are living in exciting times. Exciting times because we're living, I think, at the fulfillment of those days spoken of by men like St. Anthony the Great, when truth will be relativized to the age in which we live, and it will be squashed. But ultimately, we, the faithful ones, will not allow it to be squashed completely. We will keep the flame alive. The primary way in which I think the devil is trying to attack truth, and God is truth, is through marriage. Marriage is that first institution that God himself created. Genesis 1, God blessed Adam and Eve and said that this was good and told them to be fruitful and to multiply. And the second institution he created, the church, was intimately connected to the iconography of marriage because it was from the side of the bridegroom, Christ, on the cross, that his bride came forth from him, the church. These people who seek to attack truth are just like the devil, because they do not do it openly. They do it subtly, like the serpent in the garden. So if you're looking for a follower of the evil one who is attacking the truth to come out and say, hey, everybody, I work for Satan and I'm going to destroy your soul, you're going to be looking for a very long time, because he never does that. He uses distortion, manipulation, misdirection, all kinds of tricks to get us off the path. He never appears as, a devil with a fork and a tail and horns. He never does that. He always appears, if he appears, he will appear in another form. We see in the life of St. Anthony that he appeared as a child. We see in the life of St. Anthony that the devil appeared as beasts, as a scorpion. We see that he appeared as a lion, as all kinds of beasts. We also see that he appeared as a penitent. and that this penitent came to him and was showing great remorse for his sin, and his sins were so great that he was a devil, he said. And would God take me back? And St. Anthony goes in prayer and speaks to the Lord, and the angel of the Lord comes to St. Anthony and tells him that this penitent who was coming to him was actually a demon testing him. But to show to all men that God is willing, because he is merciful, to accept even such as these, tell this penitent to go and do this penance. It was a significant penance, but do this penance and you will be received, and your former glory will be given back to you. The next day, that penitent, who was really a demon, came to him, and Anthony told him what the angel himself said. And all this penitent, the demon in disguise, needed to do was to truthfully, humbly acknowledge his sin and to cast himself at the feet of the God of mercy. And at that, he became enraged and wouldn't do it. You see, the devil there concealed his true identity and showed himself as a penitent. The devil can even do that. Oh, we need mercy. We need to accept people as they are. No, we need mercy, but we love them so much that we urge them not to accept where they are, but to strive where they ought to be. God loves us, yes, but he loves us so much that he doesn't want to leave us where we are. This is truth. Truth is that God made man in his own image and likeness, man and woman. And there is complementarity in this union, and the failure to extol this beautiful complementarity that God hardwired into creation is the failure to oppose a lie. Then we, in fact, participate in the error. St. Anthony, St. Leo the Great, St. Felix, give us the courage that we in our day may with fervor and love proclaim the fullness of God's truth as you did in your day. God love you.